Hello and welcome to the always wonderful Halftime Help Stadium. My name is Jonah Cullen. Alongside me today is Max and Tagliata as we bring you today's match. It will be your Mountain Vista Golden Eagles against the Castle View Sabercats. Today's a very crucial game for both teams with it being playoffs. Both teams will be giving the other team absolutely everything in hopes of staying alive in the race for a state championship. Max, what are some keys to the game today?
Well, Jonah, for Mountain Vista, you have to look for your star players to come through in a big moment. This idea is personified through a senior, Ethan Pearson. Pearson is dominating the Vista stats with 38 goals, 12 more than Riley Jenkins, who currently sits in second with goal scores. Jenkins also leads the team in assists with 24, 2 more than Bradley Brown. As for Castleview, you have to spread the ball around. Castleview has multiple contributors in their stat columns. Chuck Collin Boo is a start goal with 59 on the year, and Bu Durkins leads the team with assists with 29. Overall, we're going to look at a really great matchup for today.
Thank you, Max. We'll be back shortly for the opening face-off of this 5A playoff matchup. Here we go. We are underway here at halftime help. Both middies in the circle standing up as now we get down and get ready to start off this 5A playoff. We are underway. Vista wins the faceoff. That's going to be picked up by Holden Hayes. Ball still rolling around. Now finally picked up. That's picked up by number 3, Jack Blaze. Or number 5, actually. That's Riley Jenkins. Jenkins down with it. Slowing down pace. Jenkins distributes. Now back behind goal. Vista distributing well so far. Swung out to the 20-yard line. Now played backwards. That's going to go right to Jack Blaze. Blaze now plays it. Now slows it down. Blaze looking to penetrate now. Going to try and slide in. Nothing there. Going to play it right back to behind goal. Now back in. Tries to deke in. Nothing there. Now going to dump it back out. That's going to go right back to Riley Jenkins. Jenkins. That one's going to go right back behind goal. Still Vista controlling possession. Now trying to get anything. Running from behind crease. Trying to blaze way in Brady Brown. Brady Brown distributes out to Jack Blaze. Blaze now with it. Using that speed, trying to get in and going to get bullied out of there. Vista still with it. Now cranks one, and that's a goal to start us off. Riley Jenkins puts one in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 early for Mountain Vista.
And that was just a great goal. Riley Jenkins just did what he does what he does best, and just shoots it on goal.
Absolutely. Mountain Vista doing a great job there, distributing the ball out pretty well. They go behind X, bring it back up in front.
Now, if I was Vista, I would have played safe, even though we're the higher seed. It's just better to play it safe. This Castle View team is still really good, to be fair.
Face-off is popped up. Unable to track it there was Ken Smith. Now Vista trying to get it off the ground, trying to get anything. Now distributed back into the goalie. That's going to be picked up Brant Ward. Ward running past goal line extended now. Still with the ball. He's going to move up to about the 30. Still rolling. No contest from any of Castle View's players. He can go coast to coast here. He's crossed the half field. He's still got it. Brant Ward's going to go coast to coast. Oh, and he barely missed. Still collected. Vista still has it. That was a great save there in goal for Trent Bratz. Castle View bit sloppy on the defense. Almost allowed a coast-to-coast goal. Now with it, the deep hole for Castle View. That one is going to be taken up as McHenry shrugs him off and then ends up going down.
And that will be a flag.
Will be thrown.
Looks like it'll be on Vista.
Play not disrupted. Now still going. Now wrapping around behind X. Castle View trying to even the score up a little bit here. Now Vista playing with 2. Great slap check there, trying to force him to make a mistake. Now trying to spin back. Swim dodge, he's right in, and then gets crunched by Austin Nindorf. And it's going to be a penalty for Mountain Vista, as it appears as number 9, Joel Palaz, goes to the naughty corner and has to take a knee.
Technical 30-second offside.
And yep, offside's just a common mistake. I mean, you're running down so hard trying to keep a guy from getting a fast break on you, and then you step over that line, you're going to go to the box. Now Castle View swinging the ball around. Nate Kirk now distributes back to X. That's going to be picked up by Riley Irons. Iron trying to find anything. Now swings back out. Uncontested near the 25. Now swung back out. Kirk back inside to Coloni. That one's going to be saved. Great save there from Brant Ward. Ward now distributes. Now running up the field, it's going to be number 22. That's going to be Jack Brawley. Brawley's with it. Now Brawley distributes. Brawley comes off. Riley Jenkins down with it. Jenkins trying to dodge in. Jenkins generating space. He's going to get slap checked by Noah Brown. Jenkins spins back. Jenkins up top to Jack Blaze. Blaze is waiting on it, challenging him to come forward. Blaze very quick. He knows you can use that speed against the deep hole. Bit of a screen set there. Now trying to roll in. Nothing there. Going to distribute it back out. Goal line extended. Now cut in towards the middle. That one's going to be intercepted. And on a great run and a great fast break here, it's going to be number 3, Chuck Colombi. Colombi tries to go for a dodge. Nothing there. Jenkins stuffs him. And Colombi distributes. Now back to Colombi. Colombi guarded tight. Jenkins. Distributed back out towards, that's Bo Durkin. Durkin is so good at scoring. He's going to try and go for a jump shot. Nothing there. It's going to be collected at the goal by Brant Ward again.
And Vista's been doing a really good job at the defense.
Now Vista trying to get anything. Jenkins and staying on sides. So he's all good. No flag going to be there called, and now flag's going to be called. So he's just going to go and run for it. Now we're not at a disadvantage. That one is going to be plucked out of the air by number 6, Noah Brown, but a flag is going to be called. It's going to be offsides again. This time it's going to be on Castle View, so another man going into the box. It looked like it was number 27, Caden Smith, going into the box. Vista will have it from behind goal.
Offside. 30 seconds.
Back taking from behind goal. Now Vista has it with Riley Jenkins, who's going to toss it in. Vista just passing around the exterior. Now back behind X. Now collected by number 12, Brady Brown. Brady Brown swings it. Now back over to Jack Blaze. Blaze back behind the goal. And it goes back to Riley Jenkins. Now Jenkins reverses. And it goes back to Jenkins. Good screen there, and it's going to be a great shot on goal there from Ethan Pearson. That one's going to get stuffed by the great save of Trent Bratz.
And that's a great block from Ethan Pearson, but that would be...
Yard sale right there. Great check.
And there's going to be a heavy foul right there. It's going to be a flag. Oh.
And then Austin Nindorf gets clattered.
That was... oh, sorry.
And it's going to be Vista ball.
It was a very heavy foul, especially after that great save from... What's the name? Shit. Oh, no.
It's Trent Bratz who made the save there.
Sabercat. Cross check.
And yeah, it's gonna be a 1 minute. It's gonna be a 1 minute minor for cross checking. So that means that if Vista scores, Castle View gets a man back. Riley Jenkins. Now back towards X. Now collected. Vista trying to penetrate and get a shot. Sidearm shot is good, and it is another goal for Mountain Vista. Ethan Pearson making up for that one where he got stuffed by Trent Bratz, and it's going to be 2-0 Mountain Vista.
And Ethan Pearson leads Mountain Vista in goals per game with 2.9 on the season.
Great shot there. Now back into the zone for the face-off. Here we go. Back to even strength for Castle View, obviously, because the minor, that one's going to be picked up. Nindorf running around like a chicken with its head cut off, now trying to get the ball out. Not trying to get anything. One of the deep holes moves forward, which means Bo Rule stays back. Now into the middle, that one's going to be broken up, and now it's going to be a Castle View run. Castle View fans going pretty wild over that one. It's a brilliant run here now. And Vista settles back in. Nothing really there on the fast break chance for Castle View. It's 2-0. Bo Rule ducks and dodges. Now spins back at the 10, trying to get anything here. Nothing really there for him. He's going to dump it back to Chuck Colombi. Colombi's going to go to Nate Kirk. Kirk trying to draw. Callio challenges him. Kirk just going to go blowing by here. That one's on the doorstep, and it's a goal for Castle View. It looks like it's Reagan Cobe who put that one in, and Brant Ward, when it's on your doorstep, you gotta make a better attempt on the save than that one.
On the Sabercat, score number 30, Regan Hall. On the assist, number 14.
Now back into the zone. Here we go for another face-off. Been a pretty even split so far. Both teams jockeying for position. Now no one's still on the ball yet. Still loose. Can anyone get it? And finally, Riley Jenkins picks it up. Jenkins now split dodge. That ball going to be taken by Brady Brown. Brown now running behind the crease, trying to use the speed. That one's going to go right to Gillian Glick, and he's going to put that one in. And it's another goal for Mountain Vista. They go up 3-1 here with 5:31 remaining in the quarter.
And Vista's offense has been dominating so far in this first quarter. They scored 3 goals in around 10 minutes or 7 minutes.
Yeah, and Mountain Vista very good this season at just getting goals in. They're one of the highest scoring teams in Colorado, and they're showing why now. It's 3-1. Ball faced off again. That one's going to be relatively clean. Pin. It's going to be a flag there, and it looks like it's going to be going on Chuck Colombi for interference on the face-off. Vista now, though, still with it. That ball going to be thrown back in. Jack Brawley. Brawley shrugging off the hit. He's going to fall down. It's going to be Logan Brown still pestering him. And now it's going to be back to Gillian Gulick. Gulick distributes. Dawson Long with it now. He's going to just try and get away from number 16. That's Kai Soccer. Now distributed back towards Brady Brown. Brown shrugging off the hit. Now it's distributed back up towards the top, passing around very well. Ethan Pearson. Pearson who had that great goal already. He's going to try and add another one on a great jump shot there. And it's going to be Vista ball there. Now taking in Brady Brown. Trying to use a little bit of strength here. Try and use some bully ball, and that one's going to the moon. Not a great attempt on goal. It's still Vista ball, though. Won the race back, and it's going to be taken in by Joe Palaz. And never mind, opinion change. It's going to be Castle View ball. It's going to be taken up by number 21. That's Logan Brown. Brown now switches the field over. Castle View with it. A great wrap check there. No flag called for offsides. Now finally flag called for offsides. That someone just got clattered near the goal line. And that it will draw a flag for offsides. It looks like it's going to be Gillian Gulick going off. Obviously very hard to both try and wrap check, slow down, and not go over the line all at the same time.
This is a technical foul. That's offsides. 30 seconds.
Now Colombi with a man advantage here. Vista going to sit back in his zone. Now passing it around, trying to get a good look here. Colombi now distributes it. Back to Colombi. That one's going to go back to Caden Smith. Smith now distributes. Back to Smith. Back to Colombi. A little bit of back and forth here from Castle View. Although you got to wonder when they're going to try and take the shot. You got to make as much of you can of this 30 seconds. Good at the look there. Decided against it. Now back to Smith. Now we're back even. And a bit of a wasted opportunity there for Castle View. A little bit of chaos for Mountain Vista trying to mark up. Now rolling in. That one's going to be a bounce shot. And it's going to be Castle View ball again. Won the race there was Caden Smith. Smith drops the ball. And it's going to be taken in by number 7, Bo Durkin, one of the best attackmen on this Castle View team. Durkin, great spin dodge, great recovery there, though, from Mountain Vista. Now, it's going to be Colombi, who gets pestered out. Swung far side. Great swim dodge there. Oh, and a great shot there from Nate Kirk, who had a great swim dodge to set himself up and then just let one rip on goal. Didn't get anything there, but it's going to be Castle View ball again. Now taken in by Bo Durkin. Durkin going to try and wrap around crease. That's a great save there off a great shot from Colombi. Grant Ward answered the call so far. He's going to just go up the field again. He almost had a coast-to-coast goal earlier. Still no one marking him. He's going to go for it again. Oh, they're going to whistle it dead. And they looked like Vista blew it dead when they had a great attacking opportunity for Brant Ward to go coast to coast. Well, Max, what have you seen so far today?
I mean, Vista's offense has been really good so far, while Castle View's defense has been pretty good, but they've not able to catch up to that Vista offense. But that Castle View offense has not been looking so good this whole game. They've landed 1 goal so far throughout the first quarter, but Vista has 3.
Absolutely, and I mean, Mountain Vista, they've been very good at finding gaps and just ripping shots whenever they see them open. Very opportunistic for Mountain Vista. As for Castle View, it's just been a little bit of back and forth passing, which, I mean, it works at wearing down a defense, but when you're not taking opportunities to take those shots, you're not really doing anything for yourself.
Yeah, especially if you have Ethan Pearson and Riley Jenkins, just 2 really good scorers, who's been really good this game so far in the first quarter.
Absolutely. And how about Brent Ward? He let that one in on his doorstep. Other than that, he's been locked down.
But especially, he's been locked down this whole game. Besides that first goal, he's been amazing.
Now Vista now with it now taken by Riley Jenkins. Now that one's going to be dumped to Golick. Golick back towards Brown. Brown very good at camping out on that exposition and using some strength to go right past. Now Dawson Long to Blaze. Blaze, a little bit of wheels there. That one's going to be stolen away. Someone loses their stick. Back to Brown, who's not looking to distribute yet. Just going to try and do some bully ball in. Brown now rips one, and that's going to be another Mountain Vista opportunity in attack. Golick will take it in. Golick to Brown. Brown, a little bit of time wasting here. Now, sidestepping, trying to get something. Great pick there. Brown rolls in, now rolls back. Trying to use a bit of speed here, trying to take advantage of a guy being behind you. Brown now fakes the handoff. Being pestered all the way by Noah Brown. Nothing there, and Golick, uncontested, unmarked, got lost in the defense, and it's another goal for Mountain Vista.
And this offense has just been looking really well. Vista is obviously one of the best teams in all of Colorado just because of their offense. So many good scores.
Absolutely, and now Mountain Vista, they've got number 4, Sean Allison, in the deep hole. And it looks like they're expecting, actually, in all honesty, both teams have deep holes in, because that's something that teams always do. You always have a deep hole just in case you lose a face-off, so then you have one extra long pole to always be able to run back, and that's going to be a tripping violation on Sean Allison. Whistle's going to be blown. Allison's going. Come on, they're going to let Allison stay. Now Castle View with it. They're telling DeLorco to go back, because he can't go past that blue line until the ref blows his whistle. After the whistle's blown, you can go to the 50 unless someone stays back and marks up. Now trying to run there. Vista sandwiching. That one's bounced back. A bit of a haphazard save there, and allowing the ball to go right back onto your own doorstep. Not a great strategy there, but it worked out anyways. Now Vista taking the ball up with Bryce Callio. Callio waiting. He's got someone wide open, uncontested. That one's going to go dump right back. It's Dawson Long, who's going to dump now to Ethan Pearson. Pearson now running close. He's on right about the 40. Pearson now run downhill. Use that burst of speed. Pearson going to dump it right back. Vista controlling well. Now Brady Brown to Dawson Long to Golick, who's going to go right back. Now running downhill. Oh, he's open on doorstep, and it's going to be saved brilliantly by Trent Bratz, apologies. Vista maintaining possession off these shots really well, always winning the race towards the out of bounds. That's how you keep that ball. Now Brady Brown. He's going to dump on a spin. Was Quillian Golick,
And
who
that,
added a bit of style points to that one. Throwing a little 360 in and then going on a roller.
and that was a beautiful spin to a goal. That was just beautiful. Just he spins and he just gets the, just shoots it on goal and just in.
Absolutely. He rolled it in. It makes it so much harder to stop one that's on the ground because you got to get your stick down quick. And that one had some velocity on it. In the face-off circle is Colombi, as well as number 11, doesn't matter now. As Colombi's got it, he's going to throw in a spin move of his own, a little fake pass there. Great swim dodge. He's making defenders look silly. And it's now loose. Colombi gets back up. And that's going to end the quarter. Vista dominating in the first quarter. Castle View, they need to make some changes. Both teams looked pretty good on passing, but it's just Vista who's been capitalizing on opportunities, and that's been the key for this game so far. Knowing when to go in and when to just let one fly.
And yeah, just Vista has been looking amazing this first quarter. 5 goals, while Castle only had 1 goal. And Castle's been doing good. It's just they can't keep up with Vista.
Absolutely, and we'll be back with some second quarter action. And welcome back now for the second quarter. Vista controlling very well in these face-offs. Let's see if they can do it again here. They cannot. Commentator's curse is going to be picked up by number 28, Dylan Thomas. Thomas with a good run on goal. Passes out now. And now Castle slowing things down. Bouncing out and let their subs come through. Inside now, running towards goal. Bit of a slip right there. Although recovers well right there from Chuck Colombi. Now number 14, Nate Kirk with it. He's guarded tight by Caleb Coffey. Kirk. Attacking Coffey's back foot. He's going to have a good run here. Good swim dodge. He's going to go weak-handed shot. Nothing there. And it's going to be another attempt for Castle View here. Caden Smith was there just around the out of bounds, and that's going to be Castle View ball now taken away. And it's going to be Bo Durkin. Durkin trying to wrap around. Nothing there. And it's going to be Castle View ball again. Caden Smith now had to wait for the referee's whistle. Went a little bit early. Now he's going to try and capitalize on a bit of space. Now spins back. And another shot fired. Nowhere near the goal, and it's going to be another Castle View attempt. This time it's going to be Bo Durkin taking it in. Durkin dumps it off to Kirk. Kirk challenging Brawley. Spin dodge, swim. And nothing there, gonna be picked up well, still in bounds. Durkin making defenders look silly. Durkin, great roller there. And sustained pressure will continue as someone is down and got lit up on the far side. Yard sailed, the helmet came off, and he is in serious pain.
And there's another person actually down in the goal and at the 10-yard line.
Yikes, not a good time. Both players. I saw it on the far side. He got lit up like a Christmas tree
And
on
the one
the 10, and the one in the goal was
I think he
just
tripped, maybe?
tripped and fell into the goal. I'm not quite sure. Unfortunate circumstances, and both of them all look like they're in serious pain.
And we hope both are going to be really well, but it's really sad to see this right now, especially in a playoff game.
Absolutely. Just unfortunate victim of circumstance, and just something you never want to see. Two players going down at the same time. I mean, this player's going into a huddle. Yeah, we're going to go away until we get a little bit more notice that both those players are okay, and until they get them off the field, and until we get further notice that they are okay, we will be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We went back and looked at it. Bo Durkin got destroyed by Jack Brawley, and we are still confused and concerned as for what happened with Caden Smith. He just fell over and went down hard. Definitely wishing him the best. I mean, it's just such a scary thing to see him happen. He just collapsed.
Yeah, it was a very scary sight to see, especially to see two people on the same team just collapse. Not really collapse, just get injured. It's not a good sight to see.
So now Castle View has a decision to make. Who are they going to bring in for their star attackman? The decision has been made, and it'll be Castle View ball, as they were closest when it went out last. It's going to be Riley Irons, who's going to take it in from around the 12-yard line. No real contest here, as Vista, I believe, is playing man down. Oh, bit of a bobble there from Chuck Colombi. Although now Vista trying to just retreat back in. Bo Rule, when challenged him, had to come back in. Now, great passing around. This is exactly what you have to do when you have a penalty. If you are Castle View, you got to just be smart here. You know that you've got time. I believe it was a 2-minute unreleasable. Now Castle View's going to try and rip a shot. Fakes that one. Bit of a drop there from Riley Irons. Irons is going to play it out to Logan Brown. Brown to Irons. Irons up top to Nate Kirk. That was a great shot there on goal by Reagan Cobb. Still nothing there. Great save again from Brant Ward as always. Ward, great dodge there. He's going to go. Ward's got wheels. Ward's going to dump that one off. It's going to be collected by Brady Brown. Brown's going to go back to X and then dumps that one off for Riley Jenkins. Jenkins back to Brown. Brown now guarded by 2. Vista dangerous, even man down. Now Brown's going to just get battered. Brown trying to generate some sort of space and then steps out. And never mind, actually, timeout called Mountain Vista. And Castle View, they're very good in their offensive zone when man up. It's just once they rip a shot, they've not been very great in transition. They're getting beaten on fast breaks. And that's what's allowed Vista to not only keep this gap, but to push ahead. Obviously, it's still 5-1. It's the second quarter. But if you're Castle View, you need to get something going because momentum in these last half is going to be so important.
I totally agree. Partly for the shots on goal, it's just because of Ward. Ward is a great goalie. He's been playing really well this whole game so far.
Absolutely. Ward has stood on his head in that goal. He's taken a couple screamers, and he's made great saves.
Thank you. Mountain Vista Trauma.
And looking over at the sideline for Castle View, it does look like both Bo Durkin and I believe it was Cutter Steele. I believe they've both suited back up. They're ready to come back in.
It's good to see, especially how scary those injuries were.
Yeah, we still don't know what happened.
Especially if
For the one that fell in the goal, he just
fell.
fell. And now Vista with it, now trying to get something. Brady Brown is wide open on crease, and he's going to crank it on a bouncer. A defensive collapse
That just
for
looks.
Castle View. It looked like just miscommunication, and Brody Brown capitalized. That's one you got to scratch your head on if you're Castle View.
And yeah, that just looked way too easy. The score just got it and just shot it in goal.
But although Castle View is still man up because of that 5-minute, I believe it was, unreleasable penalty after the hit on Durkin. It was a blindside hit, and that's part of the reason you can't just come up and crank someone when they can't see you coming. Although Vista now in their defensive zone. Now it's going to be Riley Irons. Irons, he's got daylight. Now taken by Chuck Colombi. Colombi up top to Nate Kirk. Kirk's going to distribute out to number 31, that's Eric Simpson. Now back to Colombi, who's being pestered all the way by Braden Barnard. Nate Kirk drops it, but he picks it back up. Jenkins sitting off. Great swim dodge there, although he falls over, and it's great defense. Riley Jenkins, he's going to pick it up, and now Vista's got a good chance on a run. Now, Riley Jenkins, he's waiting on something. He does eventually find Ethan Pearson. Pearson's just sitting there at the 45. Now Pearson, he's just sitting there waiting. He finally distributes to Gulick. Gulick to Pearson. Great give and go behind the back. Around the world and nothing there for Mountain Vista. Still 6-1. Mountain Vista up. Still in the offensive zone. Looking to make it 7-1. Now, Joel Palaz. Palaz is going to go from behind and make it 7-1 on a great sidearm sling. And Vista trying to extend the gap.
And it's just looking way too easy for Vista. They are just having fun right now, just scoring as much goals as possible, it seems.
Absolutely, and I think it's just defensive, defensive collapses for Castle View. Mountain Vista's gotten into the zone way too easy, and that's what's allowed them to be up by 6, and that's going to be a great slap check there. And ball is finally down. I think it's going to be a Vista ball. Never mind, it's going to go Castle View. Vista's going to bring off some subs. Now Castle View with it, distributing well. Now it's going to go right up top to Nate Kirk. Kirk's going to swing it to Reagan Cobb. Cobb guarded by Brawley. Cobb's just going to go right by him. Brawley's not quick enough. Brawley does make a good check and recovery. That one's going to be picked up again, though. Logan Brown. Brown swings. It's going to go to Columbi. Columbi misses, and it's going to be Castle View ball. Now, running in from X. Castle View still has a chance here. Going to spin it back. Bo Durkin, who's finally back in the game. That's always good to see. Durkin now plotting forward. He's going to attack very quickly on Nindorf. Nindorf, nothing really there. That's going to be a very weak attempt on a shot by Riley Irons. He kind of just flicked it in on the doorstep, and he misses.
And Castle View's shot selection has not been very well this whole game. I see some really questionable shot selections throughout this game so far.
Absolutely, 2 seconds again there, Max. It's going to be Bryce Callio. Now he's going to dump it off to Jack Brawley, who's going to dump down towards X4. Number 12, Brady Brown, who's been a very key player in this game so far. Very great at distributing, and then coming up from that position behind goal and putting one in. Brown not really being challenged now by number 6. That's Noah Brown. So Brady Brown being covered by Noah Brown. Brown just trying to spin and use his body. He's significantly bigger, but good job Noah Brown not backing down. Now Ethan Pearson. He's going to do a nice little split dodge, running downhill. He's going to just fire that one in, and he's going to pick the corner on a beautiful shot. Vista now going up 8-1 before the half's over.
And that's why Ethan Pearson leads the team in scores per game, averaging 3 per game, and he's just a great player. One of the best scorers of all of Colorado, and can just do stuff like that and get an easy goal.
Absolutely, and it looked like he caught Noah Brown a little off guard. He attacked the back foot, which is always what you're going to want to do in a sport like lacrosse or hockey. You just attack the weak side of the body, and then you just run downhill. Now, though, Vista with the ball. Bit of chaos. Still on the ground. And a great wrap check there. Now trying to bully him out of bounds. And Dylan Thomas runs out of bounds. Never mind, actually timeout called before he went out of bounds. Castle View trying to call a timeout here, trying to just reorganize. They have to get something going here.
Especially, it's about to be halftime, and you need to get something going. It's 8-1. You're down by 7 goals.
Absolutely. They're on the back foot here. They need to just try and just break up some of this momentum from Mountain Vista. And we'll be back once they come back from timeout. We are back with more 5A playoff action. It will be Castle View ball with Chuck Colombi taking it. He's going to be guarded very closely by Gulick. Referee's going to blow the whistle, and that's going to be a flag immediately on a slash, I believe. And it took all of 2 seconds for Mountain Vista to be flagged after a timeout. And now Castle View trying to attack. Nate Kirk is going to distribute. Now back to Kirk. Columbi. Columbia still with it. He's getting bullied all the way. Into the crease, tries to do a little fancy spin and shot at the same time. Does not get it. And they're going to blow it dead. Columbia now chirping at the goalie, Brant Ward, after he got stuffed. Still waiting on the call. And it's delay of game, 30 seconds.
Vista foul, delay of game, 30 seconds.
Now taken by Logan Brown. Kirk's going to go to Columbia. Back over to Durkin. Now back to Durkin. Columbia, he's wide open. Vista prodding very well. Now collected by Brant Ward, who can just sit and do nothing because Castle View, for some reason, refuses to attack the goalie whenever he comes out of the crease. Whenever that goalie's out of the crease, he's fair game. Now swung to the back. It's going to be Joe Palaz. Golick now is going to go up top to Brown. We will go right back to number 14, Ethan Pearson. Pearson now being smacked around all the way. Brown's going to fire that one in, and it's 9-1. Vista running away with it right now.
And Brown has been playing amazing this whole game. He's in my opinion one of the star players this whole game. I think he's my MVP of this game.
Absolutely. Brady Brown, I believe, has a hat trick. And we're only in the second. Now into the zone for Mountain Vista's Holden Hayes. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on the near side between Coffey and DeLorco. Now in the zone, it's going to be won by Castle View. Doing a great job there was Dylan Thomas by shielding Mountain Vista. He allowed his team to pick the ball up pretty well, and he's going to come right off. Doing a great job at his Fogo position. They're going to go right to their pole, DeLorco. A little bit of pole-on-pole violence here as DeLorco's getting swatted all over the place. It's going to be picked up again. 3 D-poles all in the same place. It's finally going to be blown dead. And it's going to be Castle View ball. And timeout by Castle View again. And Castle View, we said it at the break of the quarter, they need to be more aggressive, and I frankly haven't seen that this quarter. They've been pushed around by Mountain Vista. The D-poles have just been doing a great job of swatting the balls out of the air and swatting players with the ball. And Castle View, they haven't really been able to respond yet.
Definitely. Look at Castle View teams. They don't have enough chemistry, it seems like. Like chemistry, but like energy on the field.
Absolutely. I mean, Mountain Vista, it's been fast breaks where Mountain Vista have scored a majority of their points.
And attacking the weak side, which has been really easy for Vista's whole game.
Absolutely. Mountain Vista, they've scored about 90% of their goals so far, either coming from behind the goal or on a fast break. Only one goal has been where Castle View has forced them to sit in and set up an offense.
So
I feel like if Castle View can do that, if Castle View can force Vista to sit in, pass the ball around, they might have a chance at slowing down this attack.
Oh, definitely. And also, Castle View's shot selection is really interesting. They've been rushing the whole time and making just not the best decisions.
Absolutely. And now we are back in. It's going to be taken by Nate Kirk, who will go on the referee's count. He finally does. Here we go. Jack Brawley on Kirk. Kirk now up top to number 10, Cutter Steele. Steele guarded tight by Coffey. Great swim dodge there. Finally distributes. Never mind, he kept it for himself. Now the ball is finally popped in the air. And scooped up. Good job staying on side there from Mountain Vista. Now he's just going to run downhill. Finally distributes it out. And parking it down near the end is Gullick. Vista making some quick subs. Gullick just trying to run laps around. Spins back. Goes to Brown. Brown now far side for Palads. Now up top to Blaze. Blaze is going to go right back to Pearson. Pearson's going to use the speed. He's going to just crank one on goal. And it goes wide. And it's going to be Mountain Vista ball again. It's going to be Brady Brown. Brown a little bit slow on the dodge. He's being pestered. Now Pearson, great swim. He's on the doorstep. That's going to be a great save from Trent Bratz. Castle View supporters love it. Great save there from Bratz. Now Noah Brown. Ooh. He's going to dump it. He's going to fall over Chuck Colombi, who will finally get rid of it. And it's going to be turned over. Now Mountain Vista on a great run here. They've got the speed. Now far on the wing. A little bit controlling now. He's going to have Brown set a great screen. It looked like Brady Brown just destroyed McKendry, who just stopped moving, stood up still after Brown. Oh, and a little bit of an ankle breaker from Riley Jenkins. He had Reagan Cobb in a spin cycle. Now Vista still with it. McKendry's falling all over the place. And now looks like Pearson falls over. He still got it. He tries to go around coast to coast, and a great save there. Doing the splits was Trent Bratz. Now Vista still with it. It's going to be Chuck Colombi, who's pestered by two. He's going to go cross field, a little bit of a bounce pass. And now with it, he's got an open lane. Finally pops out Ezra Neal. Cobb. Now back corner, that's going to be another missed shot for Castle View. Still their ball though. Taking it in is Bo Durkin. Bit of an interesting screen there, not really very effective. Durkin still has it. He's going to just dump it wide open, and it's going to be another miss, this time over the top of the bar. 40 seconds remaining in this quarter. Chuck Colombi will take it in. Now Colombi being battered. Finally gets rid of it. Jenkins guarding tight. Good attempt on the dodge there from Cobb. And Cobb puts that one in on a great shot there. But it looked like it was a great shot. It put a lot of heat on it. Brant Ward's going to be asking himself questions there, though, as that was a savable shot that Ward, I guess, lost in the crowd.
And that'll be the second goal for the Sabercats today. And that'll be since the beginning of the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
It was middle first quarter, and they finally break their score drought. And now it's face-off time again. The best part of the game is always the face-offs, and it's going to be another face-off win for Mountain Vista. And blown dead for, I believe, interference. Now has to be with it. They're trying to build off of that goal, trying to get some momentum coming into the half. A little bit of stop and go from Caden Lewis. He lost long. Now 10 to go. Will they try and get something here? Chuck Colombi is stopped. 4, 3, 2, let it fly. What the?
And that thing did not fly, actually.
Yeah, I think he tried to shoot it, but when he went to wind up and rip it, it popped out as he was shooting forward. So instead of going fast and forward, it went slow enough. And that will do it for the first half. Mountain Vista in control of this 5A playoff battle. We'll be back with some second half action. for some second half action. So far been a pretty one-sided game for Mountain Vista. They're up by 7. Nothing really eventful happening for Castle View except for 2 players getting destroyed, or 1 player getting destroyed and the other one just randomly falling. We still don't know what happened there. Anyways, we're back underway. Mountain Vista wins the face-off there. Sean Allison now with the ball. He's going to dump that one off to Jack Blaze. Blaze now running down the sideline. Blaze, couple deeks. He's running free. Now puts the brakes on, and he's going to just go right to Dawson Long. Bit of a high check there, cross from number 16. That was Kai Soccer. Soccer getting nothing here. Wide open. Oh, great fake shot. He's going to ring it off the post. Still alive for Mountain Vista. And that might be the unluckiest shot I think I've seen so far today from Joel Palaz, who ringed it off the post on an absolute missile. Now Mountain Vista still with it, Riley Jenkins. And now back to Brady Brown. Brown's just going to push his way through. Now jump and turn on the shot, and it's going to be Mountain Vista ball again. Now Palaz. Oh, he's wide open there on a great shot off the heel of number 29, Trent Bratz, who's been very good with what he's been given so far. Most fast breaks for Mountain Vista. Bratz distributes out. And then decked near the midfield line was Durkin, who's been or actually Columbi, who's also taken a couple hits so far today. Jenkins now to Brawley, who goes back to Jenkins. Jenkins fires now towards Palaz. Palaz over to Dawson Long. Long up top to Pearson. Pearson Jenkins, back to Pearson. Prodding a bit here, 14 on 14. Pearson is going to do a little swim, then spin, then swim again. Nothing there. That one's going to get deflected. This is still with it. That's going to be a foul every day on Nate Kirk. Loose ball foul and a shot in the back. Still in though. Just a quick little short foul now picked up. Jenkins now with it. He's going to go right back over. Jenkins running downhill. Going to fire it into Brady Brown. Brown now outside. That was a little blooper that almost went in for a goal. Still alive, and bit of an interesting choice to try and put the brakes on there from Mountain Vista. That's going to be jinked around. Now he's open on the doorstep, pushed over. Flag's going to come out and shaken up, and slowly getting up now is Dawson Long, who got a shot in the back. And that looks like it should be a 2-minute minor releasable. But Vista goes man up. And yeah, in the game of lacrosse, you cannot check in the back. Especially got to, yeah, I mean, you can't lay on the numbers of a guy and push him over. You're going to get called 9 out of 10 times if you do that. So now Vista with it, Brady Brown. I believe this is Vista's first real man-up opportunity. Slings it to Brown. Now up top. Passing the ball around really well here. And that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Vista ball. No one really running after that one. Now Gullick with it. Oh, great riser on a shot opportunity, and it's out of bounds again. Mountain Vista ball here. They've been very good just sitting in on Castle View's defensive zone here. They've adjusted a lot from the first half. Very good now of just sitting in. Castle View doing a good job, not allowing any goals so far. Just back and forth here. Not much really going on. Now finally making a run for it. He's uncontested on goal. Great save there from Bratz. Another good save. He's been very good so far this game. Now he's going to get pestered. He's going to making him pay for trying to step out. Great fake on the pass there. Now he's going to go from right sidearm, far side. That's going to be taken in by Delorco. Delorco's going to go up top. Now still with it, Castle View. Just a little bit of give and go. Now for Nate Kirk, who's being smacked around, and that's going to be whistled dead.
And that was a great defensive play from overall just the whole Castle View defense. They've been playing really good so far this halftime.
Absolutely, definitely something in that halftime speech. Castle View looking like a different team so far. Now over to Riley Jenkins. Jenkins had his man lost, misses on a wide open opportunity. No one within 5 feet of him. He just made Columbi look lost. Now to Brady Brown. Brown now with it. Still Brady Brown. Nothing really happening. Brown on Brown now. That's Noah Brown who's guarding Brady Brown now. Up top to Riley Jenkins. Jenkins inside. Now he's going to get 2-on-1. Finally dumps back out. And now waiting with it is Bryce Callio. He had a couple opportunities. Doesn't take one. Smart play there from Callio. Bounces out now. Comes back in. Dumps it back outside to Gulick. Gulick, interesting pass there. And then a good diving effort to try and keep it in from number 14, Ethan Pearson, who went careening into the Castle View bench. Now Castle View with it. They have a fast break opportunity. Uncontested wide open, and that's not going to be anything there. Brent Ward making a good save.
That was a great save from Brent Ward. He's been playing amazing this whole game.
Still no one with the ball. Now kicking the ball around. Just trying to get some momentum on it. Almost got lit up. Got to keep your head up there. Does do that pretty effectively. Ended up standing up, spinning out of it instead of sprawled on the ground in a yard sale. And now Gulick with it. Now back to Gulick. Long couldn't get anything. Now goes back to Long. Now up top to Callio. And now with it is Palotz. Palotz to Callio. Callio to Palotz. Back and forth again from Mountain Vista. Palotz is going to get stuffed here. Nothing really going on. Now to Gulick. Gulick to Pearson. Pearson's going to rip that one. And that one's going to stay out of bounds. That one went into a couple trees, it looked like. Vista now making subs. Nothing happening so far in terms of goals yet. Although Mountain Vista in a scoring opportunity here.
It has been a pretty quiet second half compared to the really action-packed first half for Vista.
Castle View foul. Cross check, 1 minute.
And there it is, 1 minute minor for cross-checking. Vista goes man up, as we say that there hasn't been very much action. Now a pretty good chance. Vista doing a pretty good job swinging the ball around. They didn't quite convert on their last power play attempt. Now they have another. Just prodding here. Trying to find that one little slip up. Jenkins now back. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins fires up. That one's collected by Pearson. Pearson is battered hard. Bit of an interesting tactic to come out when you're man down. Normally you want to sit in, but Columbia does a good job back checking, getting back into zone. Although he makes a mistake there, Pearson, and a great save there from Trent Bratz, who goes diving onto the floor to make a brilliant save, deflecting it off into the distance. And Castle View keeps it 9-2. A great snag there from Nate Kirk, really using his stick to extend. He's going to pay for it and drop the ball and get battered. and then dives and looks silly as he misses quite badly. Now Vista sitting in. We're back even. Vista 0 for 2 on man-up advantages so far. Now up top, that goes to Riley Jenkins. Jenkins dumps. Now good run here. Tried to go nice and sneaky in on the doorstep, nothing there. And it's going to go right back out to Bryce Callio. Callio over to Blaze. Blaze to Callio. Just more back and forth from Mountain Vista. They always set this one up. Blaze using the speed. He just jukes out. Callio with it now. He's going to fire over. Great rip and a shot, and it's a brilliant goal from Riley Jenkins.
And Riley Jenkins is just a good player. It's a beautiful shot. It just a beautiful play right there. It's 10-2 now. This is leading by 8 points, and they're just looking so dominant.
Absolutely.
As they have been the whole game.
And a great crossfield pass there from Bryce Callio. Great vision to see Jenkins and just put it right on the money. And it is so easy for Riley Jenkins. He makes it look so good, so easy. Now another face-off. Both teams pretty evenly split on them. That one's still on the floor. And now in the air, and finally picked up by Delorco, who fakes the pass. And now he's got an open lane, and he's just going to miss
and that
quite badly.
Was really off by like a solid mile right there. That was really off. That was a beautiful play, but just couldn't quite finish it.
Absolutely. Delorco, that one was a questionable attempt. Now Vista looking to make him pay. And he's just got a wide open running lane. Callio's going to finally dump it off. Now 3 minutes and 5 seconds remain in this third quarter. Vista trying to extend their gap. A little bit more back and forth with Blaze. Now finally running under it. Oh, and that's going to be ripped out. Still alive for Mountain Vista. Brady Brown's just going to get smoked. Finally getting away with it. Brown up top to Blaze. Blaze is going to just sneak his way in and then get pushed around. Now with it is Colombo. Now, Castle View finally calming things down. And he's going to get wolf checked. Still alive. And a couple fans upset there with the use of the head, and I personally agree with them. Lowering your head and trying to just drive into the spine of your opponent. Bit of an interesting call there.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no flag right there, but game still has to go on.
Not technically illegal, but a little bit interesting. And that one's going to be fired by Pearson, and he's going to miss.
And Vista's just had the ball the whole second half, it seems so far. It seems like Castle just not has the ball as much as Vista. It seems like the whole game, actually.
Vista now with it, Brady Brown. He's going to go right low, and that's going to be another miss for Mountain Vista. Joe Palaz this time can't find the net. Now Brown with it. He's trying to make something happen. He's going to dance. He's still dancing. Ethan Pearson. Good deception there. Now running in, and that's never going to be missed for Jack Blaze. Sidearm rip right down the middle, and Vista now goes almost a whole period without scoring, and then gets 2 in 5 minutes. A great shot from Jack Blaze that came to fruition because Joe Palaz missed it, and Blaze was an opportunistic attacker right there. A little bit more pushing and shoving on the near side as we get ready for this face-off between Artzer and Lewis, and we're finally underway. And Lewis is going to shove him in the back. That's going to be a foul again. Lewis lost his cool there and just leaned on him and gave him a nice little shot. Now Vista with it, trying to challenge. A lot of slap checking. Great defense there from Delorco. Now Brady Brown. Vista controlling again. Now they're going to set up at the top with Riley Jenkins. More back and forth. Now you got 3 men up top. Vista now getting stuck in. So good at working the ball around here. Now back up to Jenkins. Jenkins now swings it outside. Back to Jenkins. Now Gullick. Trying to use the speed, nothing there. He's going to dump it outside. Now picked up Mountain Vista's great jump shot. That's going to go off the post. A little unlucky again. Now picked up Jenkins. Now swung back to Brady Brown. Brown's going to go up top Callio. No one really with him. Bit of an interesting pass from Callio. Still works out. Riley Jenkins now running downhill. He's going to try and sidearm it. That's going to be a great save there from Trent Bratz. Making another great save. Steps out of the goal. He's immediately hounded by Brady Brown. Now, though, Castle View with it. They've got a good opportunity. That just went off someone's head. Little interesting tracking the ball. Now he's going to come way out of his goal. And it's still alive for Mountain Vista. And that's going to end the quarter. Bit of controlled chaos for Mountain Vista there as they just prodded and then finally gave it up. And then how about Brant Ward coming out to collect the loose ball, which very interesting and a little bit dangerous as a goalie to come screaming out to try and pick that one up, although he made the right choice to just chuck it.
And yeah, Vista's just been looking just so dominant, it seems, this whole game. Especially coming to the second half, the first 5 minutes of this quarter, they were not scoring until like the last 5 minutes. They just started clicking again, and were able to get like 2 goals really quick.
Absolutely. And I mean, Mountain Vista, they looked like they struggled a little bit more against Castle View in that quarter. Castle View, they made the changes that we talked about. They were able to get stuck in the offensive zone, and they had some good breaks. It's just they've gotten unlucky with their offensive zone attacking. I mean, obviously, Brant Ward is a very good goalkeeper. Like, not sugarcoating it at all. He's a great goalkeeper. And that's part of the reason why Castle View hasn't been able to put any past them. I mean, they've had good opportunities that have just been wide open looks, but it's just been great stuffing from Vista.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Especially they were not able to score a goal this quarter.
Absolutely. That's another. That is the first quarter, actually, where Castle View was held scoreless. 11-2.
Now we are coming to the fourth quarter, which is the most important quarter. So you never know. They could come back. It's always possible.
Absolutely.
But it's not looking like it, if I'm being honest.
Never say never. Now into the zone enters Holden Hayes and Logan Brown. We're underway. Now Columby with it. He's just trying to outrun Hayes. Hayes, normally a Fogo, finally getting off and allowing for a defender to come on. That one's going to be poked away, finally picked up. Mountain Vista now has a good chance on a run. Just being battered now, a little bit of 3-on-2, just like we've seen all quarter or all game, actually. And finally settling in is Mountain Vista now with Dawson Long on the ball, who finally goes right back towards X. Now with it is going to go right up to the top. That's going to go right to Ethan Pearson. Coverage from Cobb a little bit off. Pearson's going to try and attack. Finally does. Bit of an interesting dodge there. Kind of works. Although finally generating space for Callio. Callio's going to try and run downhill. Steps out of it. Still with the ball though. Now to X, now far side. Just with it. Good spin dodge. Still spinning. On the doorstep, and that's Dawson Long, who gets lit up after.
And there'll be a foul, it seems, too.
And that's one where you'll wonder why he made the shot. He'd lost the ball already, and a frustration foul. And that's one where your coach is going to be chewing you out. You can't drill a kid after he's already scored. It's unsportsmanlike. It's just an interesting call. They're not going to go man down. Still 12-2. And still even strength. Now, Mountain Vista with it. That's going to be a great cross pass. And now with it is number 25, Austin Nindorf. Moving up from his usually defensive position on a great run. Now Dawson Long. Long's going to go over. Now Brown's going to slide index, move Dawson Long up. Now that ball's going to go right over to about the 46-yard line and going to be collected by Pearson. Pearson over to Jenkins, back to Pearson, the great attacking duo of midfielders. Now over to Long. Back over to Pearson. Or Calio, pardon me. Calio going to dump that one off to Jenkins. Bit of a wayward pass. Now to Pearson. Pearson, he's going to rip it. And nothing there. It's going to go out of bounds for Vista ball. Now, trying to run on it. He's going to wrap around and he's going to go snipe the corner. Brady Brown coming back up and using the speed to just put it where Bratz never saw it coming.
And
a
Brown,
great shot there.
And Brown, I'm pretty sure, has done the exact same shot in this game also, where he just goes around the goal and he's able to shoot it around the defense.
Yeah, he's done a great job so far. Just abusing the fact that he can just push right past. Brady Brown's so strong, so quick. He just uses that and he puts it top corner.
I totally agree.
Now Vista with it. Still all over the place. No one has it yet. Good spinning around there. Finally ends up checking it down and timeout. Mountain Vista controlling very well here so far. And we'll be back after this timeout. And we are back after a brief timeout. Mountain Vista still controlling. And it looks like it will be Ryder Goldhammer who will be picking it up and bringing it back into play. Goldhammer covered by 2. He's just got to try and find a way out of this. He does. The escape artist. He's going to go cross to someone wide open. And it was Palaz who had a wide open look, decided to pass on it and try and grind his way in. Didn't get anything there. And now Vista has to settle in. Now to Goldhammer. Vista now trying to attack. That's going to be Calio. Calio's going to try and spin in. Nothing there. Now across to Dawson Long. Long's going to go up top. Now across to Blaze. Now to Goldhammer. Callio. Stops, sets his feet a little bit. That one's going to be Golik, who can't get it there. He got almost destroyed and then pulled the shot a little bit too close. Didn't quite hit the pole. Now Mountain Vista, Golik with it, spinning. Goldhammer on the crease, and he finally gets himself one. A scoring exhibition from Mountain Vista so far.
And
this time, it's Ryan Goldhammer who's going to make it 14-2.
And that was a beautiful pass to set up the goal right there in the goal. That was just a really beautiful play, how he just sets it up.
Absolutely. And now, Mountain Vista, you got this one pretty comfortably. And for Castle View, you got to have a moment of reflection. What went so wrong? Both these teams are great. It's just been Mountain Vista all game. Now this time, though, speaking of that, it's going to be won by Dylan Thomas. Thomas is going to dump out. Oh, running into the referee there is Caden Smith. Smith's going to go behind crease to Bo Durkin. Durkin sitting in now. A little bit of sidestepping. Remember, he got destroyed early on. He came back in. Always good to see that. Durkin, good spin there. He's got a little bit of space and a great rising sidearm. And he puts it a little bit too wide, but it was a great spin to get himself a little bit of space, just enough to where he could comfortably rip the shot. Fortunately, put it a little bit too wide there. Now 7:30 remain in this game. Now trying to pull in is Colombi. Flags flying. Colombi sitting in. Now he's going to backpedal and then finally go up top. Giving chase on Nate Kirk there. Kirk, that one's popped up. Finally collected by Colombi. Colombi good spin, and now he's still being hammered. Spins back. And whistle's finally going to be blown, and we'll see what the call will be. And a bit of breaking news so far, as there's going to be a 30-second technical for Mountain Vista. Legend did beat Lakewood in a very close 10-8. Lakewood doing pretty good as a 20 seed, taking it to the 4 seed. So the winner of this game will go on to play Legend. Now Mountain Vista trying to sit in tight and not concede. Colombi, Kirk. That's going to be a rip, and it's not going to work. Brant Ward making another great save. Now Mountain Vista with it. It's going to be Barnard. Barnard's still running with it. Now sitting in. It's going to go to Jenkins. Jenkins kicks a random ball that's on the field, out of play. Now Jack Blaze, who's going to go right over to Callio. Callio inside to Lewis. Lewis to Callio. Etsy Lewis. Good run. Good spin. He's got Colombi lost and dumps it out. Now Dawson Long. Now up top, it's going to be Callio. Callio, a little bit of a stutter step. Still with it. Callio just reversing back and forth. Now up top to Lewis. Lewis, good little spin. Getting pestered. Now Jack Blaze. Blaze with it. And then finally gets rid of it. Now Vista playing a very nice, easy attacking game from behind the goal. Dawson Long. Now up top. Back to Callio. Callio spins. Callio with it. He's not going to go for goal. Good pass there. Jack Blaze fakes the shot and then gets battered. Tomahawked on the head. Still alive. Now with it on crease. Nothing there. Lewis. Callio. Vista playing a nice, calm, and relaxed game so far. Nothing yet. Dawson Long. Vista's been in this attacking formation for what feels like forever. Now Callio gets slap checked and finally takes a shot, and another nice save from Trent Bratz. And now Castle View with a good attempt, and it's going to be dropped in a perfect attacking position. Lewis finally picks it up and then misses the pass. Sloppy play so far on that attacking possession from Castle View, and then Vista couldn't keep it together. Finally a rip, and that's going to be a goal. Ripped it. Kobe just took it away from Brant Ward, who bounced it off his chest protector and couldn't pick up the ground ball. And it's 14-3.
And that will be Castle View's first goal since, I'm pretty sure, since the middle of the second quarter, if not mistaken.
You would be correct on that one. And that one's got to rest solely on Brant Ward, who didn't collect the ground ball the way that he was supposed to, and it bounced right for a great shot on goal. Now, Mountain Vista waiting. Castle View in their own end, passing around, being pressed high. High press working very well for Vista so far. They've generated so much pressure, even on defense. Now running with it. A deep hole goal! Tristan McKendry
And it seems like
scores as a defenseman. And it's going to be 14-4, new life for Castle View. But is it too little too late?
I think it is, but it seems like it's a new team, but it's only 2 minutes left, so I think the game is over.
Remember, winner of this goes on to play the 4-seed Legend. That's going to be a great match. Holden Hayes in the zone. Hayes picks it up and blown dead. And now Mountain Vista ball. Whistles and still waiting on the call, and now it's going to be flipped over to Castle View ball. Now dumped over, Castle View now with it. It's a good run on goal there from Ken Smith. He's going to get battered around. Now he still has it. Oh, and he scores. And it's a roller, and Mountain Vista's defense is collapsing in these last couple of minutes.
And all of
3 goals in the span of maybe a minute and a half.
this is really bizarre. It's all of a sudden this is a new team, it seems. I think it's still a little too late, but
Has
it's really
Vista
weird.
taken their foot off the gas so far, giving up this many this late, a minute left, and now the clock ticks down, and no one's gonna go for the ball. They're just gonna let it roll. I'm slightly confused. Finally picked up, and we are underway. 40 seconds. Castle View just trying to make the score a little bit better. That one's going to be dropped and shielded well. Now getting smacked around. Dragged down by his stick, still alive. And out of bounds. 20 seconds remain, now 15. Riley Irons and a flag's going to be down, but I don't think it's going to do very much. 8, 7, now swung over. And they're just going to walk it out. That is it. Mountain Vista moves on and knocks Castle View's hopes of a state title out of the playoffs. With them, a great game for Mountain Vista. Castle View hanging their heads, but they fought hard. Just unfortunate for them. They didn't look very great until
the end of the fourth quarter.
End of the fourth, and obviously you got to play a complete game. A great game for both teams. Congratulations to Mountain Vista. They're moving on. My name is Jonah Cullen. Alongside me today is Max and Tagliata. We will see you whenever we see you next.